Well, hello everyone, and welcome once again to GraceLife announcements. Now I know that everyone's real favorite portion of these announcements is, of course, Matthew's joke of the week. And let me tell you, I'm really excited for this week's joke. It's one of those jokes where not everybody's going to get it, and I'm okay with that. But for those who do get it, you're going to love it. You're going to be in stitches. It's going to be awesome. But before we get to that joke, let's go ahead and do some announcements. I do want to remind you that this Sunday, once again, we are worshiping physically in person at 540 Alma, as well as online through our YouTube channel. If you're watching online, we are doing everything we can to make that an excellent worship experience for you. And so I really encourage you before the service begins to go ahead and go to YouTube and search GraceLife Pueblo and even hit subscribe if you have a YouTube account. And that'll just make it even clearer that it'll pop up and say, hey, GraceLife is live right now. And if we're subscribed, it also helps us out too. But anyway, you can just go ahead and just be there at the channel. You should be able to find that. In fact, we're even planning on starting the stream a few minutes before the service just to make sure everybody's able to get there in time and to find that and to be watching before everything begins. And then physically, once again, we will be following all of the same restrictions that we did this last Sunday. So we'll be wearing masks. We'll be sitting 6 feet apart. I'm going to try to mess around with the chairs and mark a few to make that a little bit more obvious about how to do that for people as they come in. We'll be sanitizing our hands on the way in and out. We won't be having children's church or nursery, but we do have activities for the kids to be engaged during the service because we prioritize children and we love kids, and we'll have that stuff ready for them as well. And again, I know they are restrictive, right? And they are kind of a nuisance, but once again, we believe this is one of the best ways we can love our church family during this time, one of the best ways that we can be loving our neighbor during this time. And of course, we want to be submitting to our government authorities, our local authorities, as well as the church authorities. And so we would just ask that you go ahead and honor all of those policies to help us be engaged in worship during this time. And so, yes, 10 a.m. This Sunday, physically here at 540 Alma, as well as on our YouTube channel. Then also wanted to announce that we are going to be having some membership classes coming up pretty soon here. If you don't know about the process here at GraceLife, what we do is we have 3 different membership classes. First one's going to be on just GraceLife specifically, our mission, our values, things like that. Second one's going to be on our association, the Evangelical Free Church. And then third, we will have one on kind of what is membership expectations, why should we be memberships, why do we have that? And so what we ask is that if someone wants to be a member, they attend each of those classes. And then at the end, we'll go ahead and give you a package. You fill that out, it's got your testimony and some other things on it. And then we'll have you sit down with a couple of our elders or pastors. And it's not an interview. We're not going to grill you. It's not an intimidating thing. Really, it's just to get to know you. Because as shepherds, we want to know you. We want the opportunity to pray over you. And so I really enjoy our membership class. I think it's kind of a fun process that we get to go through. And so would encourage as many people as possible to be a part of that. Even if you don't end up taking that next step of membership, that's fine. But it'll be great information on GraceLife. So even if you just come to that first class because you're just kind of dipping your toe in the water and you're wondering what's GraceLife all about, you'll get a lot of good information there. And so we're going to run these classes on 3 consecutive Sundays, each time at 4 p.m. It's going to be on June 28th, July 5th, and July 12th. So 3 Sundays, each class about an hour apiece, and we're going to do those 4 o'clock on those Sundays. We will be doing them physically, in person, here at the church building. It's going to be a smaller crowd, so we shouldn't have any trouble spreading out, following the social distancing guidelines. So everyone is welcome to attend that. We'd love to have you here and be a part of that. However, I also know some of us aren't going to be ready to do the physical in-person stuff yet, and that's fine. We are also going to be doing it through Zoom at the same time. And so I will post the links in the emails that we send out. If you don't get it, let me know, and we'll get you those links. And then you can hop onto Zoom, and you'll be seeing the same class that everybody else is. We'll have someone up there monitoring it. And so if you have questions or comments, you can kind of interact with the class live through Zoom at the same time. And I think that'll be a good format for us to both be physically in person as well as being able to do that online. And really looking forward to those classes. So go ahead and mark your calendar, and we'll look forward to doing that together. And then ultimately in July, then it's going to land, and you can be a member for our second actual Vision Sunday. And so on Vision Sunday, typically we cast a new vision for the church and what's kind of the next steps our church is going to be taking. Our elders are working on that. We're praying through that. We're excited about that. And then usually on that Sunday, we'll also kind of do the business church session. We'll vote on the new budget. We'll vote on the elders. We'll vote on the deacons. And then, of course, we also just have like some stories we want to celebrate. We usually try to make that a fun Sunday. We're not sure how some of the business portions are going to work and what do we want that Sunday to look like. We're still working on some of the details. And so we'll get those to you as we kind of work through that. But we are very excited to be doing that with you and to be looking forward to what God has for our church. And so just kind of want to tease that out there a little bit and let you know we've got some great things on the horizon. So with those announcements being done, I can now go ahead and give you Matthew's Joke of the Week. And like I said, not everybody's going to get this one, and that's okay. I'm sorry if you don't get it. But for those who do get it, I know you're just going to really appreciate it, okay? So this is actually a joke for all of you mind readers out there, okay? You ready? See, that's a good one, right? Like, for those of you who got it, oh, man, I know, like, when I heard that one, really appreciated it. Sorry if you didn't get it. That's just how it goes sometimes. Not every joke is for every person. Hey, guys, we look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday.